Um, you guys want to come over? I'll introduce Deepak Ahuja. He's the Chief Business and Finance Officer for Zipline. Nagappan, he is a Chief Product and Marketing Officer at Way.com. And Kasturi, founder and CEO. So great to have this panel. When this panel was set up, I asked people, are we like just in front of a lunch? So I appreciate your patience. We'll wrap this up pretty quickly. And also I thank Nagappan to be here. He's in physical pain, but he didn't want to renege his commitment here. So thank you. He might be look grumpy, but he's in a good spot. With that, I'll turn it over to Deepak. Deepak, you want to start with a little brief background about the company, and then I'll, Nagappan and Tilak.
Sure. Yeah. Good afternoon, everybody. Zipline is redefining autonomous drone delivery. In the process, it's transforming access to healthcare, e-commerce, and food. As context, Zipline started commercial operations in 2016 in Rwanda to deliver blood and medical products to hospitals. Over the course of these years, Zipline has helped hospitals or doctors save tens of thousands of lives. We now service about 4,000 hospitals in Africa. We've been operating in the US now for the last 3 years. And we do a delivery approximately on average every 60 seconds somewhere in the world. We are the largest autonomous delivery company in the world. We've done about 1.5 million deliveries and flown about 100 million commercial autonomous miles safely. That's equivalent to driving across all the roads in America 24 times and not having a single human injury. Zipline recently, in the US, we've done about 30,000 deliveries, and earlier this year, we have launched our next generation drone delivery service, which is precision home delivery, in partnership with Walmart in Dallas. And we are expanding to serve about 22 Walmart stores this year in Dallas, plus a whole bunch of food partners and healthcare systems. And from then on, we're going to expand to multiple metros in the US. And I suspect in a year or two in California, we'll be seeing people ordering things for instant delivery at home and getting it via Zipline. I thought it would be really helpful to understand this concept better through a video, rather than me trying to describe how this happens. So we're going to just play a quick video to show how that goes. So there's a Zipline app in which a customer can order food or from Walmart or any other store. Of about 300 feet, where the little zip comes down to deliver it very precisely. life things. These are not made-up ads. And this is a 90-year-old man who's just so excited about getting drone delivery at his house.
Is this in the US or is it outside the US or?
This is all in Dallas.
In Dallas, okay.
Well, I'm excited about my packages never getting stolen or lost. Nagappan?
Hi, my name's Naga for short. I'm part of Way.com. So Way.com started about 9 years ago. We're a car payment app, so anything that you need from gas, EV charging, insurance, car washes, etc. Especially if you have Asian or Indian blood in you, you want the best deal. We definitely have that. We have hundreds of thousands of partners across the US. So you know you'll always be paying the best price. In the last 2 years or so, our partners who are the car wash companies and the parking companies and the repair and maintenance companies have asked us to solve some of their problems. And us being a tech company, obviously loved that chance. And some of the new enterprise products we've created help car washes run their car wash, their subscription services, repair and maintenance. We're working on something pretty cool, which we'll show you a video on, which is helping. One of the biggest problems right now that dealerships and repair and maintenance shops have is they can't hire skilled staff because the cars are changing so much so quickly. And we've decided to make people more bionic. So we've added AI to help the technician fix the cars. And that's one of the videos that I'd like to show.
AI Assistant, the ultimate companion for technicians.
ABS malfunction found. What will be the resolution?
The resolution for ABS malfunction found would be to repair the circuits indicated by the output DTCs for the brake control system.
Diagnostics report, troubleshooting. Upon encountering a trouble code, our system seamlessly integrates AR-enhanced instructions, complete with immersive 3D visuals. Technicians gain a profound understanding of the problem, swiftly navigating through each step of the resolution process. AI-driven predictive maintenance. When the technician does a walk-around with the vehicle, the system will automatically capture it. It will analyze and detect anomalies like cracks, dents, wiring issues, tire conditions, and others. With Cotec.ai, achieve higher operational efficiency by automating end-to-end service instructions. This will equip service technicians with information digitally and data at a glance.
One headlight is not working.
Visual inspection, a game changer in vehicle diagnostics. Technicians can seamlessly access detailed data and even visualize 3D representations of each vehicle part by simply looking at it. Experience the future of vehicle maintenance with Cotec.ai today.
Fascinating. Tilak?
It's really hard to follow those two videos, but I don't have any video. My name is Tilak Kasturi. I'm founder CEO for Predi. So you know the feeling when you, as a car owner, you start to hear sounds weird sounds from your cars, like say a rattle sound coming when you're just hitting the gas pedal. And just picture this, right? Your favorite technician from your favorite repair shop trying to pinpoint the problem, what is the root cause, and what is the resolution for such that rattle sound. Now, the cars have become extremely complex. What seems to be a simple mechanical problem is no longer a mechanical problem. It's even mind-boggling for either experienced as well as inexperienced technicians. Now, 10 years ago, we started Pretty to kind of address this massive data overload on technicians, and both experienced and inexperienced, to help diagnose the cars. Fast forward now, our AI platform sees over 1 billion repairs that happen in North America and parts of UK. So this problem, like rattle sound that I mentioned, just how does it work? So the technician that is trying to resolve this problem of rattle sound hooks up a diagnostic tool or repair information product that is from our customers. It's powered by Pretty's AI behind the scenes. And long story short, it will end up telling the technician or the service advisor, hey, for this particular make and model for the rattle sound that you're hearing can be resolved with the heat shield, and here are the parts that are required. So essentially, just the complex problems that I mentioned, over 1 billion plus repairs, you could imagine anything that can happen, whether it's a newer vehicle or an older vehicle. The average life of the cars are over 14 years now. And except the Tesla, the average is 3.5 years. So you haven't even seen the problems yet. So our business model is fairly, it's a B2B model. We don't work in the repair shops. We work with the software companies that have been established for 100 plus years. Some of them are fairly established companies. So we're a B2B enterprise platform, kind of the AI layer for the repair data, very, very specifically the repair data. We don't do anything else. And that specialty has helped quite a bit for us. And we work with companies that provide estimation software or shop management systems or dealer management systems, or companies that build diagnostic tools. So those are our target customers. So very happy to be here. So with anything to do with the repair of cars, I will know something about it. Thank you.
No, thanks for being on the panel here, guys. I was talking about with Tilak earlier about the value prop for the consumers or enterprises. I think we probably got the gist of it through the video and the description. So I'll probably change a bit, and I would love to understand, given there is a new modalities, so new value prop, how do you first, obviously come up with a value prop? I think that's an important question, but how do you actually sell to the customers? Because you're creating new markets, new way of doing operations, convincing a large customer to actually deploy your technologies. How do you actually go about doing that? Deepak?
Yeah, it's a very simple value prop in the case of Zipline. It's 10x faster. You get truly instantaneous delivery in complete privacy. You get it in your backyard when you want it. You don't have to actually interact with a human being. It's very interesting to see how many people don't want to interact with a human being coming to their house to deliver a package. It also takes a lot of cars away from the road and is much better for the environment from a CO2 emissions point of view. To give you some sense, there are about 5 billion or over 4 billion instant delivery orders placed in the US annually through on-demand apps. And in each one of those instances, there's a driver coming in a 4,000-pound vehicle to your front door to drop off a package. That model is simply not sustainable. So the value prop is super clear for both the individual consumers who are ordering and also for the business partners that we work with.
Nagappan?
Sure. So for us, on the B2C side, we have about 9 million customers. Value prop is very, very simple. You're going to get the best price with us for any car payment. Who doesn't want to save $1,500 a year? Very simple value prop. And because of the coverage we have, that's very important as well, because if you can't find a gas station or you can't find a EV charging or parking lot or car wash nearby, that's a problem. We concentrate only in the US market, and we have phenomenal coverage, hundreds of thousands of partners that we've built over the last 9 years. And then on the B2B side, we work with the retail shops, the car wash owners, the parking lot owners. There, because they've been our partners and we've sent 9 million customers to them over the last 9 years, we know what their problems are, and we help them solve those particular problems.
So for the service side of the automotive business, we're dealing with 289 million plus vehicles with 50,000 year, make, model, engine combinations. They're almost like their own beings. It's just each model. And the complexity of the modern cars is these are no longer internal combustion engine will fail. They're no longer that problem is resolved. Usually we don't get any problems. The top two problems, it's surprisingly, we think, EVs are much easier to drive with. There are no problems. But the problems most of the vehicles happen is on the brake systems and the electrical system. If you think of electrical, it's about close to 3 miles of wiring as in a car. And you naturally tend to have problems, whether it's a EV car, which we haven't seen the problems yet for Teslas because it's only average of 3.5 years. But the value proposition for us is this is a data universe. And if you are a specialist in automotive data, for companies like us, it makes it very easy for our end customers who are very well established large companies in the automotive repair ecosystem. And those are our target customers. So it's been really nice. So I have to tell you that the impact of OpenAI is also felt in our universe, right? So it's just like you think that, it's a ChatGPT and all that, but suddenly the entire, all of these public companies trying to get into this, this is a very, very traditional business. The word AI is just considered really bad, 3-4 years ago. It's going to take away the jobs. But now if you don't mix that with your product offerings, you're not being competitive. And so it really helped in those conversations as well. For a company like us who've been doing AI for over 10 years, it just the timing is perfect. So it's been very interesting, actually, last 18 months alone, yeah.
Actually, I'll just have a follow-up question on that. So when you think about the ChatGPT or Gen AI, call it in the last 2 years. So if you have to sketch what was the world before and after, because now everyone wants to have an AI, and in fact, there was some stats about how much Sundar Pichai dropped AI in his quarterly earnings, which was crazy, right? So we'd love to kind of understand each businesses, how that Gen AI has changed the way you think about product development, you think about your sales, you think about, either financial side. Love to hear more color.
I could go first. So the Gen AI part is really amazing for us but it's not about the Gen AI or the chatting part, because in an automotive industry, you're inundated with cars. Every day you see 10, 12, cars, that takes up your 8 hours. And you're almost backlogged, whether you go to Audi Palo Alto, where they have close to 10 bays, and over 20 technicians, and you still have that experience that there is lack of predictability in the service world. So the Gen AI part is not about chatting with AI. It is about the tasks that the Gen AI or the large language models that can do to the enterprise applications. That is the phenomenal part. Let's even looking up a part. What used to be a part, I can say, hey, give me a brake caliper. The brake caliper is a part that is used when you push the pedal, brake pedal, and then it will, because of friction, it'll try to stop the car. But it's not called brake caliper anymore. The parts guys try to look for a part. The cars changed. It's part of brake cylinder assembly. And so these are the conversational aspects that the large language models are really good at saying, yeah, I think you're actually asking me about brake cylinder assembly for Toyota Tundra 2023 model. In the past, it was a big task of identifying the part and identifying the right part for the right car. So that was a big impact for us, as we were already the automotive data experts in the data side. We're able to bring that back to these enterprise-grade applications, but not to put the Gen AI in the front. It's almost like invisible. It's just you don't even know we're using Gen AI. That was so it's basically we call it task-specific large language models. Yeah.
Great. Nagappan?
For us, we've been using AI for a long time, last 9 years or so. But one thing, the speed of change of the AI models is phenomenal. And if you have 400 people in a company, to get everybody to move, a lot of CEO founders have pinged me and say, hey, how do you know whether the team is doing a good job and using AI for internal productivity? I think everyone has that problem if you're a part of a company. I think we've done a phenomenal job of that. All of us, including myself, are tracked of how much AI we use internally on a daily basis. And everything is up in the open. Everyone can see how much each of us is using. And that transparency, I think, helps us be more productive than a lot of other companies out there. But yeah, things change every month, and I think some companies that have used AI for a long time, they maybe aren't able to change as fast. But I think we've done very, very well. Like 30% of our code now is written by Gen AI. We use Cursor on the front and the back, either it's Sonnet or the new ChatGPT model literally came out on April 16th. So everything that comes out, we have elite engineers that try it first, and then the rest of the team pick up afterwards. So our productivity is phenomenal. The ability for us to build a whole B2C consumer arm of 9 million customers and a B2B arm at a 20 million ARR run rate is because of AI.
Deepak, any thoughts?
Yeah, at Zipline, AI is not the core of the product feature we offer. Our product is incredibly sophisticated. The drone has an array of sensors on it, and it's tracking not only its own position, but the environment around it across multiple miles in space as well as on the ground. And all of that is happening with NVIDIA GPUs. On the drone, we have three NVIDIA GPUs on it. But it's not really AI-based or LLM-based. It's more ML-based learnings, and it's reacting to that. For us, AI is more like what you described. It's on the back end in terms of enabling faster progress and productivity of the teams.
I'll pick on that, Deepak. So on obviously the drone. From a design, manufacturing, implementation, infrastructure to partners, obviously there are a lot of things you can do end-to-end. So call it a vertical integration, or it could be a horizontal, and you can have multiple ecosystem partners. And that applies to all the three businesses here. And that creates competitive barrier. So when you think about competitive barrier, how do you figure out, well, how do you balance the ecosystem partners or partners in general versus kind of doing all by yourself?
Yeah, Zipline is completely vertically integrated. So it designs these drones here, completely custom designed for commercial applications, not for defense. We manufacture them in South San Francisco, and we operate them ourselves. So Zipline is, in terms of the regulatory framework that's followed by the FAA, we need approval from the FAA, and we are the equivalent of, say, a Boeing that designs and manufactures aircraft, and then a United Airlines that has to operate the aircraft. We need both those approvals from the FAA. So we are completely vertically integrated, and that's a massive competitive moat. There's nobody close to us in technology maybe I'm biased, but I can say that in terms of our product offering anywhere in the world.
Should we open up to the questions?
Could you speak to the unit economics of like drone delivery versus regular? Because we don't see any prices coming down. So what's going on?
Yeah, it's a great question. I mean, the existing model of a driver coming to your house, driving a big vehicle, is a inflationary model. You got the labor cost and gas cost. They both are going up. Automotive costs are going up too, the vehicles, right? And that's just not sustainable in the long run. It's not sustainable even now, for that matter. With drone delivery, it's way cheaper, and it's fundamentally a deflationary model, because the more you utilize these assets, the more you reduce the cost. So we expect we will be cheaper than a driver coming to your house. It's very simple math, actually.
Any numbers?
I can't share the numbers, but it's, you know what the cost of a DoorDash delivery is. It's actually pretty outrageous that a customer pays. When you think of the markup on the menu, or the tip, or whatever the fees they charge, it's the opportunity for us is huge. I'll leave it at that.
Another question on that. By the way, I'm also Ahuja. I wanted to meet you. For these drone deliveries, how far can the drones go?
Yeah.
And the other question is, like, in an Amazon truck driver, he's carrying maybe hundreds of packages in his van. So he goes out for delivery for all of them. But here you have to do one at a time.
Yeah, so to answer your two questions, these drones fly 10 miles each way, so they have a range of 20 miles. And 10 miles, if you think of even the Bay Area or any metropolitan area one way, is a massive range, and way more than any delivery driver would cover in terms of coming to your house. In terms of Amazon and that example, it's a very different SLA, where you get a package in 4 or 6 hours or next day versus you get something in 15 minutes or 20 minutes. Our goal is to deliver something in 15 to 20 minutes to your house. So it's truly instant delivery. Clearly, you get a cost advantage when you have hundreds of packages coming to your house, but you're serving a different customer need compared to what we are offering.
My question is to Naga. Like, what kind of training with private data did you have to do for creating this model, your AI model?
We have a lot of data from all the repair shop networks that we work with, but we also have data that's licensed from the OEM as well, in terms of figuring out where all the parts are, and have integration with partners that, aftermarket parts especially. So in terms of licenses for all the aftermarket parts as well.
That's for quite a few models for many companies.
Absolutely. A lot of that data actually exists out there. It was actually started by a company probably 40 years ago called All Data. They actually moved it from the manual book where you have diagrams of all the cars. They actually moved it to CD-ROM. All data, I'm sure you all have heard about the company. One very cool thing, the co-founder of All Data has recently joined Way.com as well. So hopefully he's going to help increase our go-to-market.
I think with Adesh,
Yeah, I've got
you have a
one.
question?
Thanks. I have a question for Deepak. How do we go about like recharging these batteries? And there was a range question, if there are any insights or publicly available information on that.
Yeah, the batteries get recharged while they're sitting in that dock, while they're waiting. So, and the charge time is generally the same as the delivery time, which is not very long. So it's very fast.
With that, unfortunately, we have to bring this to an end. Getting signs from Adesh. Thank you, everyone.